I hope. Let's try it again. Let's see how this rolls for us. Connection seemed to be a little bit better. Everything looks to be in proper position. Let's get the stream set up there. Yep. That will be our cast for this evening. And without further ado, into the open table chat. Good evening. What's happening?
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Thank you. Hopefully you get a double chance to contribute some bucks if anybody has excess sitting around. Well, there's drunk Pally with that.
Not much, but some.
Nope, you drained me to, I'm at 0 right now.
Yeah, so
good
am I.
golly. Yeah, I could not access Discord to save my life, so I had to do a full system reboot there. So let's make up those couple minutes there and jump into... I don't know what we're planning on doing. I know we've had some plans, some chats, but I figured we've been on this section long enough. Let's have a bit more of a descriptive battle map. It took me a good while to find something that would finally fit for us. The military pub obviously lost about half of its width, so everything is a little bit more compressed inside. Otherwise, outside, I think we've got a very fair representation of what we were looking at before, even including the little parking structure off to the side here that Kai is next to. That was kind of important to me, is that I didn't want it to be an actual building, and I wanted to kind of expand on this section back here, just in case discussions of regrouping, retreating, whatever the case may be, we do have a little bit of spillover, and we're not just stuck right on the corner of the map with no kind of visual to reflect off of. Regardless, though, and I think we're going to need to set up a new policy going forward for all of the open tables. If we end in the midst of a combat, I'm going to need somebody to serve as our combat chronicler or something. Because, yeah, sharing the tables, doubling up like this, it is causing a bit of a snafu in the initiative setup. As... Yeah, Wednesday had some action last week, and then they superseded your initiative, and they seem to have ended their initiative, so at least we have a blank template right now. But we are going to, once again, see what tonight's action holds for us.
Well, can we just agree that they go last?
I don't like that.
I'm pretty sure my initiative was like 83.
On for that.
So can we write that down?
What'd you call me?
I'm pretty sure my initiative was like 83. Can we write that down?
83? Okay. We got that. Look at Grobosh somehow joining in here as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that they had different things for that. Fixed it now.
And the time has finally come for it. Our dude's got his own character sheet. Oh god, he rolled a natural 20 on his initiative. He too has the initiative advantage set up here. Not sure exactly what ability that is, but I did finalize his character sheet tonight, or this afternoon I should
It's
say.
not fair.
What's that?
Rolling a nat 20 off the bat.
Right? A nat 1 for his initiative in the group initiative, and then when he got his reroll here. I want to double check though, because maybe he doesn't get a reroll. I'm almost positive I saw that he had an ability.
For me, it's Feral Instinct through Barbarian.
Feral Instinct. Okay, definitely wouldn't be that for him. He's got all fighter.
Does he have an alarm weapon or something?
He does not. He's only got his power armor and his rifle. Indomitable, yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. I've got the gunner feet.
The word only and his power armor really don't go together too well.
You only have an
It
artifact
sounds like
power
you're
arm,
making this up.
guys.
Oh,
It sounds like he doesn't have, double initiative, so we're gonna have to go with the first one.
man, I hope not. Come on. I've got that. That doesn't help. Oh, is it this? No. Mother. Where is it?
It was all in your head.
Can't be. I'm not that high. Or am I? This is the right character sheet, isn't it? Ish.
Ari, your cloak doesn't give AC or anything. It's just an item you're attuned to. Your message came up on the chat.
Yeah, we can all see it in the Twitch channel.
No, it wasn't important to be a whisper. I just didn't want to bug him while he was doing stuff. I can't equip armor when I have the cloak on for some reason. It won't let me equip my armor.
That's very strange. Will it allow you to manually adjust your armor class?
No, it just throws an error anytime I try to put my armor back on.
Right, like don't re-equip the armor, just go up to the armor class itself at the top of the sheet and manually
Modify
adjust it. AC is one of the weirder things with Roll20. I guess there's so many things that can influence it that it's a bit tricky to post up correctly. Well, I'm determined to find this because I'm positive he has it. But it's possible that the ability just didn't cross over.
Or maybe it's just possible that you really want to kill us all right now, so you're trying to find something to do it with.
Well, if that were the case, I would just roll all of his rolls secretly behind the GM screen.
But we would be able to see it in the Twitch channel.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean the real GM screen here.
Oh.
The real one here in person.
Ah.
Right.
It's just easier to turn on that plugin that you have that lets you roll natural 20.
There it is. I fucking looked at this one 3 times, but I finally found it. The opportunistic brawler. You have advantage on initiative rolls. It's the second sentence. Alright, so his initiative value will count for the natural 20. Now I need to roll for
I say he's 18th level.
some of these dudes right here. Maybe.
Yeah, he's probably 20th level, and that's just his 18th level ability.
And then Stars support division troopers likewise got their character sheets. Not as important. They don't really have as many cool abilities, but at least their weapon block has a button that I can click instead of doing it manually each time. They do not have any advantage on initiative, so whatever I get here is for all of them. 18.2. And for the Stormtrooper variant, they're getting 19.2. Goodness gracious.
And don't forget to kind of put one of them aside with your turn.
Yeah, exactly. The ones that still have the red dots are the ones that I used for this cycle as well, so hopefully I don't disappear them. Well, shit, so Colonel Star is once again going first. And
There's no
Theron...
Tuki.
What's that? Oh, yep, sorry. You are too far off to the side there. I just did not... I overlooked you completely. A 17 for Tuki, so we're going to be up there in the... Man, we're in the bottom section of the initiative because everybody rolled really good except for Zygerian and Durlis. Even Asilatems for once, or for twice.
Would you have advantage, Durlis?
I already rolled it.
He did.
Okay.
So the good colonel, or the bad colonel, as it were, is going to go first for the second time in 3 weeks. I believe he went first week 1, not first last week. First this time. Theron at number 2, right up in Colonel Star's face. Mr. Twinkleberry up on the roof. We've got Ari behind that, who is nicely tucked in the corner here, fighting for air behind the enlarged sundress draped Durlis. After that, we've got a double shot of support troopers, followed by Asilatem Tuki, who is right up above one of these tanks right here. There just doesn't appear to be any easy way to access it, but could be interesting if we do manage to get possession of one of those. And likewise, I wanted to double check With you, Angelic, can you describe a bit more in detail for me? Like, if somebody's looking at your character, what exactly do they see? Like, what kind of armor is she rocking? Does she have any weapons obviously out? Basically, what I'm trying to determine is how much of a threat she might appear to these troops here. Because initially, based on your positioning, they're kind of thinking maybe she might not be part of this and might just be one of the onlookers who's watching from across the street. You're just somehow a little bit closer, maybe came in from one of these back alleys over here. Because your entire involvement in the combat has been up on the roof so far. And I believe you're the only one who has not directly engaged somebody, so a little bit of that has come into play to influence that decision. But yeah, tell me what they're seeing when they look at your character.
So they're just seeing me. My bow is like not out. But I still obviously have it equipped, and then wearing leather armor.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So somebody who's maybe not an employee or just a casual observer, but not obviously in the combat. So they are definitely keeping an eye on you. And yes, for Cube, I think before we fully delve into this, we're going to want to do the character introductions, reintroductions, and then Cube will do the introduction for her character, and we will see just what we're looking at. The 12 right there represents what facing of the clock from the primary action Cube is beaming down into, and 16 is approximately how many feet she is being beamed down from. And that's just going to create an additional little kerfuffleage as you are now on top of the enlarged dwarf right there in the corner. So, Vermite, if I'm saying it correctly, has now joined the fray, but before we hear anything about them, let's go through the initiative order, in fact, and cover things in that respect. This is the good Colonel Star. Looks suspiciously like Captain Phasma, is about 14 feet tall, 5 feet of which is probably the power armor. Nevertheless, the Water Genasi is an imposing figure and is quite irrational. And the Cloud of Daggers, let's bring that back. That goes on top of the Colonel. Up next in the initiative, Theron, tell us a bit about yourself.
See, I'm a Tortle monk, older, in fact, elderly. I'm late to adventuring because of things that happened in my past. And then I do have a question only you can answer. Because of Tuesday night's game, does that companion follow me to this game?
It does. Any effects that you are under from either campaign to the other will follow you. Whether it be conditions, active effects, expended key points, current hit point values. The only thing you don't have to worry about anymore, and I keep forgetting to post this up, this would apply for even a Sealatem, because I don't want you to be the lone exception now that everything is kind of on a bi-weekly stagger. If you're doubling up in games with the same character, we're not concerned about the exhaustion factor anymore.
Okey-doke.
Perfect. And then so I'm going to need Yordle also in the initiative roll.
I gotta bring in Yordle the turtle.
And don't forget to add Cube to the initiative.
Add who now? With the what?
Vermite.
Correct. Yeah, we gotta add them in as well. But yeah, let me do a quick transmog.
For those who don't know, Yordle is my faithful servant knight that I pulled from a deck of many things.
Yes, he did. Perhaps the greatest beneficial deck of many things I've ever seen.
Oh man, the guy who went after me.
Wait, hold up. You're telling me you used a deck of many things and it didn't open a portal unleashing a freaking horde of Tarrasques?
It did not. Every character got something good except for, I want to say, one character got, I think Blaze got the minor penalty to his saving throws, but then Summer Girl unfortunately drew the Void card, or the Donjon card, and her character is now removed entirely, forcing a complete shift in the focus of the adventure, because now we got to go get our companion back. And who should
Yes,
have
we
our...
didn't draw.
Who has our companion? The Ultra Dracolich.
Well, I'm sad I missed Tuesday then.
Oh, for
Somebody drew
sure.
5 cards from the
Yeah,
deck.
there were a couple times on Tuesday where they were like, "Oh man, where's our mage, our Arcana?" There were a couple times. All right, so Yordle is ported in. Let's just drag. So yeah, he got the Follower, the Knight card, I believe, which gives him a 4th level unflinchingly loyal companion. The companion can absolutely be killed. Looks like you've gone the whole 9 yards there, putting the character together, so very nice on that. And then, yeah, we're going to need to get Yordle into position as well, and they're going to be brought in much the same way that Cube just was. So on the exact opposite facing of the clock and in an absolutely awful frickin' position at the far edge of the map down here. Tell me, do you have vision through that token? No, you do
Yeah,
not.
no.
Alright, let's get you some vision, because otherwise, what's the point if you can't see unless you just went full blind fighting? Okay. So, Yordle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back to group initiative, pretty low on that, unfortunately. And then for Cube, a 9, so not the worst, not the best.
And I still can't open the character sheet for Yordle.
Oh, of course, yeah, because I just brought it in, so yeah, it's going to force me to redo all those preferences as well. I believe Mr. Twinkleberry is up next in the character descriptor category here.
That's Mr. Twinkleberry Snodsworth. He is a 3'2" pixie, or fairy. You could call him of the pixie variety, but he's a generic fairy. He's a Hexblade swashbuckler. He fights with a shield and a whip. He's wearing leather armor and has a tendency of being adorable and the face of the group, with an extremely high charisma and a very high persuasion ability, which seems not to affect Colonel Star. So we're going to see how that works out.
And up next, we can just see her, Vermite. Is it Vermite or Vermite? Or other?
Is Vermite.
Vermite, okay. Tucked away in the corner just below Vermite is our tiefling Ari right there. What's up, Amber?
Ari is a bard, originally from Taldore. She traveled here with Zagarian. She was arrested breaking into the Temple of Bahamut in Vasselheim and was assigned Zagarian as her parole officer. And as penance for attempting to rob the temple, she has to do acts of good, and Zagarian has to report it back to the temple that she's doing it, or they'll kill her. It's all fun.
This guy's backstory is long and tragic and equal to that of any 6 average player characters who've lost their parents, lost their temple, lost their faction, lost their family, lost their pets, lost their farm. But for expeditive purposes, we're not going to focus too much on him. However, for our Lady Purge trooper back here, her story is just all butterflies and flowers and roses and rainbows. And this is perhaps one of the better days that she's having here in the field because she's still got a lot of hit points and she's had an opportunity to kick a bit of ass. Up next after that would be Asilatim, our highest level open table character, thanks to a multitude of switchbacks and fourths, and perhaps more exhaustion penalties than any of Dawn's characters have ever experienced.
Quite a few of them. Never went beyond the level 1 though. So human mage, younger in age but stark white hair, which is kind of confusing, but a thing happened. Generally has a lightning shield around him, and just air crackles around him because he enjoys the lightning. So
sweet. And well outside of the confines of the military pub, we have Tuki Tuki, our Aarakocra. Last time we had 2 Aarakocras in the party, so it was double usages of ow. But this time it is just Tuki Tuki himself. What's happening, brother?
Oh, not too much. Doing all right. So Tuki Tuki is an Aarakocra druid monk. Carries around a staff. When he's not fighting, he seems to be observing the sky with a crystal map of the constellations that he seems to be checking out everywhere he goes.
And also outside on the opposite end of the map, we have Kai.
Yeah, Kai's just a very quiet ranger that basically point and shoot normally.
And perhaps responsible for the most epic moment we've had in the open table games so far, Durlus!
Yeah, so Durlus is a Dwagar dwarf barbarian battle rager, covered in spiked armor, and currently laying ass down in a pool of probably his own blood in the back of the bar. And he's also twice the size that he should be.
Yeah, he's taking up an awful lot of room between Durlus and the good Colonel right here. This is a very, very congested section of the bar. Justin Kyle, thank you very much for the follow there, my friend. Howdy, howdy. Are you with us? And tucked away is a also equally large figure, but given all of the other tokens around him, he might kind of seem to blend in a little bit. Nevertheless, the badass Zygarian will tell you about himself now.
Yes, the 7-foot-tall, 350-pound blue dragonborn paladin cleric under Bahamut, with an extensive military background, currently on leave from the Draconian military, carrying out a pilgrimage for the Bahamut temples. Oh, and Ari's parole officer, but that already got mentioned.
Almost as an afterthought. Yeah, oh yeah, I do that stuff too. We gotta work that into the introduction though. The 7-foot, 350-pound paladin cleric, parole officer paladin of Bahamut. And let's see, that should cover all of our characters here. Mythwolf already gave us a brief rundown on his deck of many things, summoned loyal companion Yordle the Tortle. So that will bring us full circle there to you, Cube. This is entirely up to you. As I was mentioning to you before, you've seen all of these players, or all of these characters before aboard the Dragon Lotus. How much you know about them, or how much they know about you, entirely up to your discretion. So if you want to just go with a very basic description, or something more detailed, that's your call.
For right now, just pretty basic. So I am an Oath of Conquest paladin. I don't know how to pronounce my species name or my race name, but I'm a fallen Aasimar? I don't know.
Aasimar, yeah.
Okay. I don't really know a lot about my character yet. Kind of tragic backstory, no parents. Taught themselves how to fight. Yeah, I don't know. Just kind of just here.
Alrighty. Well, let's see how this goes. Again, I don't know exactly what our plan is. I know I saw some discussion in the Discord channel about potential retreat, but I also know that everything is always in flux, and what happens in one tick of the 6-second initiative round can totally change any plan that is made. So, Colonel Star, to begin with, I think he is gonna have to...
You mean something changing like the big bad rolling a net 20 on initiative?
Yes, yes. Oh shit, that is incorrect. It is, That's it, right? Well, shit, not much less. Okay, Cloud of Daggers does not have hit points that I can restore. Colonel Star's
he healed
hit points.
himself before, by the way.
He has, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this would be his second bonus action heal. It's
Can I
similar.
counter that?
What's that?
Can I counter it? Is it a spell or an effect?
It's a potion. It's basically an
Okay,
intravenous line inside of his power armor, similar to the
Okey-doke.
flavor of your back to patches. And after that,
Daggers, though.
say again.
He started his turn in the Cloud of Daggers. He takes damage.
That is correct. Roll that up for me, please.
Michael just reminded me I had forgot that it was there.
Damn it, Michael. Come on, dude. Thought you was on my team.
Wahaha. And wait, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong side of the DM screen for you to be thinking that.
It's supposed to be a secret. 17. Okay, well, that would not have put him down before he did his healing, so I'll just knock 17 off after the fact.
Hey, it's something, damn it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, 17 every round is going to be freaking huge. And fuck. Alrighty. Yeah, I mean, I backed myself into this corner, but then you guys came in and surrounded me. The tavern also seems to have gotten a lot smaller since last week, so the big giant dwarf is like right freaking next to me now. I don't particularly like a lot of this here, so we're going to take a particle rifle shot, and
Surrender is always an option.
yes, it is. You guys should be listening to Don. He's got a lot of experience here in game.
No, I'm talking about his surrender.
Only if you want to get Spartan kicked in the face.
And that will in fact confirm, yes, Colonel Star is level 20. And we're going to take another prop up, and yes, between both of those shots, let me get another. I'm going to have to close out his sheet. Yes. There we go. We're going to blast that entire section of the wall out there behind me, so open up this playing field a little bit more once again. Don't think. Right. Okay. So yes, he will then take a kick on Durlus as he backs away. A 31 to hit for 24 bludgeoning, probably knocking
Just
the dwarf.
missed.
Oh, I just missed. F. And I'm going to take a particle rifle blaster shot at Theron. Any disadvantage for ranged attack and melee, of course, negated by the gunner feat. So So, fourth and final shot. Oh, Zot! That is a nasty hit on Theron. And then Action Surge. And perhaps the biggest waste of an Action Surge for a 20th level fighter, we're going to use it to disengage. Because I don't want that monk getting a free attack of opportunity on me, or I don't know who this person is that just all of a sudden appeared on top of the unconscious dwarf, but I don't know what their plans are either, so we're going to back off. What is that? 5, 10, 15, 20 feet, 25, 30, 35, 40. And yes, he is indeed backing up the whole way. So, Tuki, likewise, figure positioning doesn't always have the most relevance, especially when we're talking portraits. But based on your last movement, you are kind of facing the tank when you hear the loud thudding of the Colonel's footsteps rapidly backing up behind you there. That will close out the Colonel's turn and bring it over to Theron.
Well, this changed everything we talked about. If he's kind of retreating, do we want to follow?
No.
I say take out whatever guards we have to as we get the hell up out of here.
Agreed.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know how we can get to him. Not to do enough damage to him, anyways.
So where's the door to the, besides the opening that he just opened? Is there a door close by?
There was a back door. I don't know if we're saying there
Sorry.
isn't anymore.
Sorry, I forgot to draw that one in. Yeah, it's right here between Asila Tim and the Purge Trooper right there.
Okay, so we are going for a full retreat.
I don't know how we can take him down that fast when he's moved away from so many melee. I mean, I can still do my magic missile, but...
Yeah,
And
he
if we
just
look, this
looked
building is
it
going to
out
be
of
coming
range.
down soon anyways, because there's like no walls left.
Yeah.
All right, then which way is retreating?
North, I think.
Can I drop concentration on the Cloud of Daggers, or I have to wait for my turn?
I believe it's a free action to drop, and you can do that at any time.
I will do that.
I'll just move it over here to the dumpster off to the northeast in case you need it again.
I'll move over 15, and then I see Yordle down here. I wave the retreat sign, and then, I mean, I could just run away. But I won't go too far. I'll stay like...
I was going to ask if you wanted to grab somebody and take them with you.
Look, apparently also, with his power and the army that he commands, if he's impotent in getting his daughter back, then what the hell are we doing?
All right, then I'll grab... Who's the slowest person?
This guy right here. He sprained his ankle earlier today, so if you wouldn't mind picking him up.
All right, then I will grab Yordle, and Yordle and I will go up here. So let me do my movement.
Oh, that's fantastic. All this freaking move from the tier 3 sub. All of a sudden, Yordle's in the worst possible position in Colonel Stars. Oh crap, another one of them out here? What the? Hey, what? Ah! Oh shit, they're gone.
Yep, here comes the Formula One freaking tortoise again.
Oh yes.
He goes so fast. All right, he'll stop right there.
Alright, I mean, that's nothing. That's like, what, 90 feet of movement tops?
Yeah, it was 90, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and stunning strike this guy right here. That might be. I'm gonna take a hit and see if I can stunning strike him.
Sure. Yeah, give him a strike. Give him a tap. A little tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
24 hit.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, AC for these guys is 18.
So Constitution.
The Colonel who's got the uber power armor. And I do take the damage in addition to the stun, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's knock that off there first. Yes. And con save?
Yep.
15.
It just says must achieve a. It doesn't give a number.
It's going to be 8 plus your... Right. Let me check your character sheet here. See if we can put something in for future reference. I think we go through this on occasion. Oh yeah, it's not going to let us fill anything in there.
I can put it in notes though.
Exactly. Yeah, just fill it in somewhere else. Oh, hold on. I do need to look at your core though. I want to say it's 8 plus your prof plus your wisdom modifier. Let me just check. That's what we got the compendium for. Well, that doesn't help me.
So it'd be 16 if it was that. I mean, it's either
Right.
wisdom or constitution, maybe, or dex.
Yeah, I
And all
figure
of
it's
them would
gotta
be above a
be
16.
it's gotta be wisdom, but I'm not positive. I'm not getting anything immediately from the compendium. So yeah, let's just we're gonna go with that offhand anyway. We can certainly look it up later on. 16. I got a 15. So yeah, this guy's gonna be
He's
stunned. Big deal. This guy, we're gonna put the puke green on him. That means he cannot take his turn. He's too busy retching and vomiting.
And that's it for me.
All right, and over to the Twinkster.
Okay, 1 second here. That's for any saves based off your key.
Perfect. So exactly what I guessed. And that would be 16 then. So we got it right. Good for us.
All right, so I'm going to move 5, 10, 15. I'm going to strike this guy with advantage with my whip.
All right. All of a sudden, from up above, Purge Trooper down there is getting a strike. Ow. Advantage 25 to hit for 18. Got it.
As part of that is the casting of Booming Blade, which I usually roll afterwards because of the fact that it doesn't affect until he moves. So if he moves, he'll take damage. If he doesn't move, he's fine.
Okay. I like it.
And then I have auto disengage from my swashbuckler-ness.
Plus, you're still kind of at range with the whip. Don't you get a 10-foot reach?
Yeah, I got a 10-foot reach.
So yeah, you don't even necessarily need to use the automatic disengage if there's something else automatic with that would serve you better, like automatic stealth.
Well, it's because I'm also using my bonus action as a dash for my cutting it in, so I'm getting another 30 feet of move, plus the finishing 15 foot. So I'm going to end up like right about here.
Okay, sounds good.
Ending turn.
And let's pass it over to Ari. Now that the dwarf has fallen unconscious again, you are certainly getting squished. Oh god, air.
This is bad timing. I just had to do a reload on roll 20. My roll 20 froze. Give me a sec.
Uh-oh. I think it's because your character's getting squished. System can't handle it. Whip it good.
So if I wanted to grab Durlis and run out the back door, is that something I can do or not because he's unconscious?
I don't know if it would be so much his unconsciousness as his size.
Yeah, I'll have to decide to grab someone else if my game ever loads.
If you are able to summon the strength to drag him, I would say it would still be at like a difficult terrain kind of thing. So At
according
best,
to the
you would be
spell-
able to drag him here to where you would end up wedged in the door.
According to the spell, my weight is multiplied by 8.
Oh my
So-
gosh!
That's why the meteor was so effective.
Okay, yeah, the only place I could imagine that happening would be on America's Funniest Home Videos.
Can I hold my turn until my laptop decides to cooperate?
You can, but we have to wait until after somebody's full initiative goes, and we got a shitload of troops right after you, so... I'm cool
Damn it.
holding another 45, 60 seconds or so and see if your
I was gonna say,
system
quick
decides to
question.
cooperate.
So,
What is your
So
plan?
Durlus-
We can at least discuss that while you're waiting for the system to do its thing.
I wanted to grab someone and run out towards Theron.
Well, your choices are, of course, Durlus, the new Azamar character that just arrived, who's currently perched on top of Durlus. Well, Zygarian's not as heavy as Durlus in this current state, but I don't know how much luck you'd have dragging your Pearl Officer out. Asilatem you might be able to drag out of here, but you gotta imagine...
I would wave you off.
Yeah, you
Wave
gotta
you
imagine he's probably got a multitude of ways to quick travel.
quick question. So Durlus's ability is as the enlarge reduce spell, which is concentration. He's unconscious. He can't concentrate on it.
Oh, well, that's a very fair
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, but it's not actually the spell. It's
It's a racial
It just-
ability.
yeah, it's a racial ability
Yes.
that's following the same qualities. It also has its own where is it?
Duration.
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, go ahead, post it up in the chat log there. Let's see exactly what we're looking at. 'Cause...
It has its own problem with direct sunlight and stuff like that, and that's definitely not anything
Only
like
the enlarge.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah, it says add the spell, so I would assume it would have to follow all of the spell without the material components.
It doesn't mention anything specific about it superseding the rules otherwise, so yeah, Dom, I think you are absolutely correct. So,
Oh,
yes.
now I can just hook them over my shoulder and just trot my way out.
So with the Dwergar still being, and keep in mind he does wear spiked armor, so toting him around is a bit of a perilous task as well.
Like him, not like carry him.
Gotcha. Like you're just gonna like grab an ankle or something and like drag him on his back out the door.
Yeah, just get him out of danger. Plus, with my cunning action and my boots, unencumbered, I can get, I think, 180. So with difficult terrain, I can get him 90 feet out the door.
Is your
You
system
could also go the other way.
is your system still being uncooperative?
I even rebooted the laptop. I don't know what the heck it's doing.
Okay. Well, I got you at 30 feet right now, dragging Durlus with you towards
No.
Theron.
Take her out the hole in the wall.
Yeah,
With my
go-
boots,
That'd
it
be way
doubles
better.
that.
What
I
about
wouldn't
this
pass
way?
all those people.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're talking 20 feet then in that instance. Yeah, we don't have to go the long way.
yeah. You wouldn't have to go the long way and through multiple people.
For
Like
show,
enemies.
for show.
Trying to see what you're doing on the Twitch because I can't. It's working on loading, but it's not loaded yet.
Right, right. Well, yeah, just, I guess in that instance, we'll put you back there.
I was hoping to be to the right of Theron.
In that case, yeah, I can set you up there. And that's 25 feet. And you are just off to the side, off to the right of Theron.
Because I clicked my boots so I'd have more movement speed.
Right. Yeah, you've still got some alleyway ahead of you here if you want to continue pressing your movement.
I don't want to abandon Theron.
Alright. So, if your position looks cool, great. Otherwise, yeah, we can certainly make whatever adjustments when you get back. Otherwise, I will start with the troop returns. Well, yeah, Colonel did activate his full evil alignment predescriptor, so kill them all! We're gonna have a full bloodbath here, for which Asilatem, Zygerian, and Vermite are going to be the primary recipients. This little bit here is an accident. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All 11 of them are firing. We're going to go 3 attacks on each of you and see where we're at after that for the final 2 support division troopers. So, Asilatem, you've got the first 3 all coming at you. We're just going to spam.
All are at disadvantage.
Disadvantage, I'm looking at a 12, a 16, and a natural 1.
I shield for 19 armored class, so they all miss.
Alright, so you're probably going to be getting the extra 2, but we'll see. Dice are not the greatest there. Next 3 are on Zygerian. I think I've got a pair of misses and then a natural 20. That is indeed correct. The big question is it fire?
Hit.
Is that fire or is that lightning? Let's just randomize it. Oh, Zygerian continues to get lucky. It is lightning damage. It is 47 points of lightning damage, meaning 23 points of damage to you. So instead of an unconscious paladin, we've got a paladin whose hit point bar is just barely in the double digits. Another trifecta.
Wait, what was the total damage?
I got 47, and then after your lightning resistance, that'd bring it down to 23.
Okay, I thought I misheard you. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, you're good. And then the final 3 attacks here coming at Vermite. We've got a I think a miss and a pair of hits right there. First is going to be fire, second is going to be lightning, so the 24 deals 21 fire, and the 23 deals 17 lightning, as these 3 right here open up fire on the new arrival, without even really any cause, because you haven't declared any threat, you haven't necessarily drawn a weapon yet at this point, you're just kind of in the crossfire, and these things are firing aimlessly. Like when Colonel said kill them all, it does appear that they are indeed doing just that. As the final 2 attacks here, rather than targeting Asilatem, are targeting some of the bar patrons.
I was just going to ask, are they going to start killing the bar patrons to take fire for us?
That's right. Yep, 2 of them are now incinerated. And after that, that's going to bring up 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all 11 of the Purge Troopers are going to activate, one of whom is stunned. So 10 of them will take their attacks. I think the 2 out here on the north side of the bar alleyway, we're going to take our attacks on Theron. So knock those ones out of the way first. 2 attacks on you, Grant. Pop up. 22 and a 19. It's like a strike and a nope. If your AC is indeed 20.
It is 20 because of that ring.
There you go. So you're going to take 24 fire, but the 19 doesn't hit at all. No worries. On your token, if you click the token itself, you can edit that green bubble itself, and those hit points will then be reflected on your character sheet.
Is it just a direct attack, or is it a spray that I could evade?
It's a direct beam attack.
Alright.
And then I've got one right in melee here with a Coelatim. So likewise with the gunner feat, we're gonna take a 16. That's gonna miss because you're shield.
Disadvantage. Well, yeah, shield and disadvantage. So.
Oh, I gotcha. So yeah, I don't have disadvantage for being in melee. I'd have disadvantage for the cloak. And then that's going to bring up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them who are out on this side. We're going to start scooting over here to begin cutting off obvious avenues of escape on the southeast side. Otherwise, continuing to fill in the ranks. Anybody got a perfect AoE spell right here? Now is your time. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Do you have any control over the token on the board there, Cube?
Yeah, I'm struggling a lot right now.
No worries. Is it? It's not. Is it like a technical difficulty not allowing you to help to do it?
Sorry, my hotkeys bring up my thing.
Gotcha. No worries. Take your time.
No, like I can't figure out which rolls were for my damage right now.
Oh, gotcha. That's gonna be. I know I missed you once.
I think it was the 24 fire lightning. His one hit, one miss.
Correct, yeah. I got a 13, a 24, and a 23. So it's just after I rolled that 1d2 for 2. The following 3 attacks after that, I'll post them up here on the live stream too, if that's easier for you to find. Assuming you're watching live stream, if not, kind of irrelevant. But yeah, the 13 to hit for 15 is what missed you because you're AC. And then after that, I got a 24 to hit you for 21 fire. And then a 23 to hit you for 17 light.
Okay, and then can you remind me how to do that on the token?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you click the token, you should see the numbers appear up at the top. Just subtract any damage taken from the green number, and those stats will then be reflected on your character sheet as well. Hey, Dazzle Hack, good to see you there, buddy. How you doing tonight, man? Alrighty, well, this might be a bit of overkill, or who knows exactly what we're looking at, but all 7 of them are going to unleash their torrent on a Coelatim. Let's just.
Disadvantage.
That's a miss.
Nope.
Oh.
That one hit, so 22.
22 for 22 lightning. I don't know if you have any special defense against that.
I do not. That does not break my arcane ward, so I haven't taken damage. So everything still is disadvantage.
Okay. 3rd attack is nope.
Miss.
4th attack, likewise no. Damn. 5th attack. Shit.
Nope.
6. Okay, there we go.
All right. So
24, 18 fire.
So 1 second. So that 18. So 12 carries. So I no longer have disadvantage.
Oh, for the
Or
very
you no
last
longer
attack.
have disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay, so a 26 for 23 lightning.
Alright. So,
Bit of chatter amongst the troopers, barely audible from within their helmets. But
what the hell's
they
up
are
with this guy?
communicating very rapidly as they focus fire on Asilatim, and it is now your turn.
Okay, cool. My cloak returns.
He's
I
back!
Regain 3 hit points. Can I see this spot right here with the wall caved? Is there any chance that I can see it over here?
Roll perception. Not quite. You would probably need to move
Okay.
1 square.
But I'd be able to see right here, probably.
Absolutely.
Alright. We are going to bonus action Misty Step over here. And then, as an action, I am going to launch a star at this motherfucker.
Is it the Colonel?
Yeah.
Oh!
Horrible roll.
F.
Horrible roll.
24. Okay.
So that was action, bonus action, and because he's stunned,
Ouch.
so they'd get attacks of opportunity potentially.
Oh, the two guys there.
Yeah, these two.
No, they don't have any unarmed attacks to speak of.
Score. So that would be my turn.
Yeah, occasionally they'll do like a rifle butt, but that's also conditional on how much they've moved, and those guys did a lot of movement last round.
Yeah. Okay.
That's gonna bring us to the Tookster.
Blow him up, blow him up, blow him up.
All right. What roll do I have to get to try and get this turret to fire at the captain right there? Colonel, sorry.
The Colonel turns around in an outrage. Captain! Oh! And let's see. He instantly gets a supercharge on his hit points right there. Just kidding.
What?
Plus 1 million hit points. Let's try. I'm gonna take a look at your character sheet real quick. You know what? In this instance, let's roll survival.
Okay.
Potentially your very survival rests on this. Oof. That is a sad pair of rolls with a +8 to boot.
Can
It
use
is. I
my
rolled
own
for
for
last
control?
time too.
What's up, Dom?
I rolled a little bit better than I did on the first check.
Yeah, very true. Amber, that is absolutely correct. You could spend your inspiration to give him another roll.
The extra d6 or the reroll?
It would be the major bonus, the inspiration, so he would get an entirely new roll, taking the better of the two numbers.
Okay, let's do that.
Alrighty. Double 18s, alright. Alright, you find a panel that is hidden below a little flip plate. And just kind of on a guess, you kind of punch in a few keys, thinking perhaps from your vantage point, as these troops were spilling out, you think you might have seen one of them punch in something similar, and you're in luck as the hatch on the top opens up.
Cool. I'm going to go inside and close the hatch.
Sounds like a plan. And in conjunction with that survival check, as you get inside, it just seems all too obvious. The control sticks in front of you, and the pedals on the floor, and the large green button in the center, that as you're stepping in, you just kind of give a little push, and all of a sudden the tank powers up with energy, and yeah, you should be able to move that bad boy around.
Nice.
Run him over.
Run him over. Yep.
I was chanting in my head, run him down, run him down, run him down.
Just park right on top of him and then do a burnout.
Oh, God. Well, that is the extent of your actions here anyway. You do still have a little bit of movement left, but you would basically just be using that to get out of the tank. Anything with your bonus action? Do you have a potion in play?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a regular potion. I'm down a little bit of hit points.
For sure.
And just remember, realistically, we don't want to kill him because, I mean, we're going to rescue his daughter, and it's like, where's my dad? We murdered him. It just doesn't play too well.
There's stardust in the tank treads. There's just stardust in the tank treads. So you pick him up over there.
Jin! So, Kai, that's going to pass the chains over to you there, or the torch over to you.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take advantage and just kind of do some movement going this way. 30. As inconspicuously as possible.
Well, they have taken their turns already and unleashed hell on the people inside, so at least for the time being, you've got some clear sailing. I think we can take this off of you, because I think the little sky blue was just to represent you up on the roof. Alright, you still have plenty of turn left. What is that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet of movement.
Yeah, I was counting wrong.
No worries, you might have taken 30 feet of movement to get to that space. I was just counting the most optimal route, which is possibly not what you took. But if you so wish, you do have an extra 5 feet of movement to at least an inch closer up to the APC here.
Yeah, I'll do that. Right about date.
Sounds good. And did you want to do anything with your action? Do you want to take an attack at any of these guys way over here? Or do you want to use your action for otherwise? If you so wish, you can make your rolls now to begin discovering how to get into the tank, not necessarily having the space to actually do it, but you might be able to see a path in.
That would be a good idea. Which should I roll?
In your case, let's go perception. Oh crap, a natural 1, which even still is a 10, but not quite good enough. Anybody holding an inspiration?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I give her the inspiration so she gets that 26?
Oh, absolutely. Big difference right there.
No more inspirations.
The little flip plate is actually just under this section of the tank, so a good 10 feet in front of you or so. But once you open that up, hopefully it will gain you some kind of access to the inside of the tank itself. There's also a door on the side, so it's possible you don't have to climb in through the top. But we'll find that out next round for you as we pass it over to Vermite for your first turn as you teleport in and just get blasted to bejesus and back. And what the fuck did I do?
Can you tell me how to move my token, by the way? Sorry.
Oh, sure. If you click it, you should be able to just use the arrow keys to move it around. If you want to go for the precise movement where your movement is measured out along the way, grab the token with your left clicker. I'm going to use Zygerian as an example here. And just use your right clicker to ping different points of movement as you're walking. And at the very end of your movement, release the left click, and it'll look like this.
If I don't see the lines, is that
You should be able to see the lines while you're in process of doing it, and then after you finish it, we'll all be able to see the path that you traced. But if it's not working for you, it's not a big deal right now. It's definitely a bit more of an advanced feature. It can be a little finicky depending on what system you're using, what your settings are. So I know a lot of people, they got sometimes it comes like first try because the system is set just right. Other times people got to kind of play around with it a little bit. Feel free to do that between turns too, like as if you're standing off to the side, no reason you can't move your token around and see if you can figure out what works for you. Yeah, for sure, Asilatem was having a hard time. So we do have the back door here, which is guarded, and the front door, which is likewise. An entire section of wall, which has just been blown apart right there. And likewise, another blown apart section of wall here. There is a staircase that Zygerian is at the base of that you can use to ascend to the second floor of this place. And from the brief bio that you got during the mission specs before you were dropped in, you do know that that will then connect to the rooftop of the building itself, which might be a more preferable means of escape given the surrounding nature of the troops here on ground level. It's all how you want to play it.
One second, sorry, I'm looking at something really quickly.
All good. What's happening out there in Twitch land? 304K, absolutely. Awesome, awesome. By far our highest community milestone marker yet. I think the next one we got before that was 200,000. Oh, that's right, that's right. This will actually possibly be the final sub goal, as I'm hoping that 75 will be the new steady point. I'm thinking between all the open tables that we have, hopefully if we get enough of a steady group of subscribers between all of those open tables, that should be about 70, 75, which would just be simply amazing. Going down. 62 with 191. Wow. I hadn't even gotten the update on the number of followers. Hey, look at that! Just like an expert. Well done, Q.
I think I figured it out.
Well done. Did you want to take... well, actually, it's irrelevant. You don't even have to take the disengage action with that, because these guys get no attacks of opportunity right now, so... That's some of your movement right there. What else would you like to do?
Is it an action to, like, enable the necrotic shroud?
More than likely, post it to the chat log. Let's see what we're looking at. There we go. We're going to change that sub goal right there. Yep, you can use your action to unleash the divine energy within yourself, causing your eyes, blah, blah, blah. Some nice descriptive narration there.
It's really long. Does this affect the party members, or is it just
Well, it says other creatures that you can see. They must succeed on this check or become frightened of you. It doesn't specify either or.
Well, that can see you.
Correct.
I felt somewhat important since she's at the rear of the group and, you know, everybody's running away.
That's an important distinction right there. Minus Theron, who's still engaged in combat with this thing. Well, actually, I mean, he just kind of took like one stunning pop on the thing. Well, let's check the charisma save on this guy. Well, that's not good. So, in addition to being... Well, the stun is now gone. So, we're going to replace the stun with a nice frightened effect. Ah! And this guy is just out of range, 15 feet out. So, one of them is just absolutely frightened. And otherwise, you've got the transformation that will deal some extra necrotic damage when you deal attack damage or a spell, equaling your level. Pretty cool. All right, Durlus, that's over to you now.
Alrighty, can I slap a healing patch on myself and then just dash as far north as possible?
Sounds good. Not bad.
And I got 35 speed, so 70 feet way off the top of the map.
All right. Run, run, run. He is leaving everybody behind. Screw this noise.
See, if I drag you out of combat again, just ditch me back there.
Yeah.
So go ahead, move your token up to the edge there, and we'll pass it over to Zygarian, the last one left inside. Guys? Can we talk about this? Guys?
Yeah, it's not the first time I've been ditched.
Like every session of this combat so far. First
You're
you
the
got
one
ditched
that's-
outside, they brought you in here so you could be part of the group, and then they ditched you and left you in here.
He's the one that specifically said I wouldn't be able to drag him, so I left his ass.
Hey, that's just pointing out facts. What would the movement cost be for me to book it upstairs and jump off the roof, like, towards the back of the building?
Let's see, 15 up, 15, 25, so that's 40, 50. It's a minimum of 55 feet of movement for you to get up to the second floor, into the employee area, and then to the ladder and up to the edge of the rooftop.
Okay, what about to just jump out the nearest window on the second floor?
We would cut that in half, and potentially you could break your fall with these garbage bags right on the other side of the wall from you.
To heck with that. I have a ring of feather falling.
Oh, okay. Stop him! He's escaping very slowly!
Yeah, that's where I wanted to be, right there by the corner of the building. What would the movement cost be on that?
That would be exactly 30.
Well, then I'm just gonna slap a healing patch on myself and then a healing word.
Very nice. Correct. Yeah, Cube should have the 3 potions.
Already had. Yeah, I probably should have already had my character sheet pulled up.
Good idea, but you're just doing a heal here and not an attack necessarily. So go ahead and handle your restoration, and Mythwolf, that's back over to you for Yordle's turn.
Yordle is going to keep moving up on his own. This is the way we're going.
All right.
He can move a little
off
farther,
the
but
map.
that's as far as the string goes. Yeah, he can go off the map.
All right. Well, that's going to send us all the way back to the top of the initiative with Colonel Starr right in time for our halftime break here, friends. Put this one closer to the 8 to 10 minute mark here, and we'll get back into the action on the other side of a coffee brewing right here. We'll see you shortly, friends. Are you with us?
Whoop, whoop.
We shall await your return.
So everybody's conscious, right, and heading in the same direction?
Well, I mean, if Tuki and Kai can kill him, I think we turn around and destroy these guys.
I was planning on doing a thunder wave to the 3 guys, like to the left of Theron, in my turn.
But these are just innocent bystanders that are just orders from a dictator.
Well, they're literally killing bar patrons as well, so...
Yeah, they're not innocent anymore.
They are incinerating people inside.
And frankly, Ari wouldn't care either way.
Same.
Yeah, and quite frankly, Zagarian stopped carrying the second they freaking blew up that front wall.
Well, I can thunder wave the guys to the left, or I can thunder wave the guys in the alley, but either way.
Yeah. If he comes back in range, like if he moves away from Tuki, I'll long rest myself and then cast Chain Lightning on him. So that should take that, unless he passes save, which he might do.
You know what, Mr. Long Rest? I am going to step in here and say if you don't have enough to share with the group, you don't get any either.
Oh, well, I mean, sucks for you, I guess, huh? I get a long rest if I want.
Alright, but I'm just letting you know my character's a bit of an idiot, so there is that.
I don't have another inspiration to give, but I gave mine to Tuki for the other tank.
Yeah. I mean, Kai just blasting the heck out of the turret is cool too, just taking out loads of people. Yeah, it all depends on if Star moves into my range again with what I do. That last magic missile didn't do too much damage, unfortunately, because I rolled lots of ones.
Yeah, I still think Tuki should mow him down.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, plan was to like just roll up on him and just leave the tank on top of him.
Do a burnout, make some stardust, and then run.
But that amazing power armor just sitting there.
Everybody said I can't have the power armor.
I mean, can you use heavy armor?
I'm like 5'1", probably not.
Yeah, I think Cube and I are the only ones who might be able to use it.
Fearless.
Your lift might not be tall enough.
If it's magic, magic always adheres to your body.
I actually
Like
do
it-
not
it-
have heavy armor.
Oh, I thought your spiked armor was heavy.
Nah, it's medium.
Ah.
Yeah, see, if you don't have heavy armor proficiency, you can't even think about it.
I'll take it anyway.
Yeah,
You
my character
can
wouldn't want it
just-
because, again, you know, I can't
Couldn't
fly
fly.
with anything, you know, medium or heavier. So
Yeah. You can wear heavy armor if you're not proficient. You just get negative traits, but that might be countered by the fact that it's power armor. But
Hey, I was being hyperbolic,
Right.
okay?
besides, how do you know that the government itself doesn't have some sort of failsafe to keep these out of the hands of other people? Hey, look, I get in
Yeah,
the power
like-
armor. Somebody in
Yeah.
mission control blows
No,
up.
well, no, I was thinking something more along the lines of like it could be genetically coded or whatever. So if anybody besides him decides to even try to put it on, the whole thing just locks up.
I didn't say I was going to wear it. I said I was going to take it.
So that if it has a tracker built in, then we're all screwed because they'll find us anywhere we go.
He tracked us down anyway. I don't know, like, how he's tracking us, but he already did track us down once.
Yeah, because we were out literally
we're-
looking for him. Someone was actually
Well,
looking
no,
for him.
I was gonna say that probably started seriously when I dropped his name at that gate.
or the fact that we sat at a bar with him, and then he went out the other side, and
They're tracking Zagarian, so we leave him here, right?
Yeah,
They're
try
looking
it.
for the
Watch how many
lizard. They're not
freaking-
looking for me.
No. Watch how many paladins come looking for you. Just watch.
Guys,
I-
myself as Colonel Star and just go to the fair.
I can make us all look like other people. So the moment we get away, we can all literally seem like other things. Except for Zargarian, he can stay himself and then attract attention and decoy for us.
Yeah, unless you're gonna contribute a potion or two to that cause, I don't see that going very well.
I'm pretty sure I just gave Durlis my last potion.
I've got a couple of greater potions if somebody needs them.
Yeah, next
I
time
know.
I see Meridian, I'm dropping like $5,000 on just potions. Watch.
If you want, I could calm down. You can buy them right now.
As we're running.
I'm optimistic
Yeah.
that we're not going to run, that we're going to kill the boss.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's why. I just got the image in my head. We're all booking it down the alley trying to run for our lives, and suddenly everybody stops, a merchant shows up, we chat for a while.
Everybody hold. I'm in the pause
Yeah.
menu.
Yeah, I did it in the middle of the
Exactly.
Dragolich fight.
Yeah, that worked out because there was little areas to run around and stuff.
One of
We
these
weren't
days,
really
Meridian's just gonna-
running at that point.
Yeah, one of these days, Meridian's just gonna stop answering our calls. We just keep getting the contact.
And actually, you do realize it could go the other way. Apparently, Meridian already kind of likes Ari. So, has anybody seen Vox Machina? Remember the merchant from that show and a certain half-elf in the party? Gilmore, that's his name. Thank you.
You scared everyone off. The red marker on this trooper over here, that's just the initiative marker, right?
Correct. That's just initiative placeholder. So if he dies, he just kind of moves him to the side versus deleting him.
So if I move down the alley slightly, I could probably hit these two and then the two like coming into the alley with the thunder wave, hypothetically.
I mean, Thunder Wave is 15 feet. You'd have to move to them and then do it, but...
Yeah, I was thinking I might be able to hit more targets that way, so I was thinking about moving.
All right, so I need to know: are we going to try to? Do you want me to hold off running?
Yes, I want to see if Chuki can get the tank going first, so I might hold my action and see what Chuki does with the tank, and then base it off of that. If he can't take him down with the tank, then we'll keep running.
So we all going to hold then and let him go first to see what happens?
I think we kind of stay in this area and see how it plays out. Maybe duck behind walls to limit some of their shots so we're not taking 20 shots at once. Kind of thing.
I can cast darkness somewhere.
I'm back.
Yeah. Well, they could see through darkness before.
Oh yeah, that's right. They have special goggles.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So how is Star going to ruin our plans?
First, we're going to heal again.
Bitch.
Okay. Restoration for the good Colonel. And anything he has to say at this point is directed over the intercoms with the troops, so not observable by any of you. Tuki would be close, but now you're surrounded by the sound of the humming engines as the Colonel turns around.
Is there an intercom in the tank for him?
He can hear...
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Right, there is an intercom in there, he just hasn't currently activated it. But at this point, the Colonel changes frequencies to speak with the tank frequency itself and says, "Not yet, idiots!" Apparently thinking that somebody else is in there. And otherwise, I think... Why not? Gonna do a little jet propulsion to get up to the top of this structure here. Nice line of sight on everybody here except for, well, I can see Durlus way off in the distance, but otherwise everybody else is considerably closer. We're going to put a hold on him, a ready as it were, and see just what Theron has planned.
I'm gonna go right here, and I'm gonna hold my action to see what's gonna happen.
Okay. Twinkleberry.
Alrighty. I'm gonna offer a hand to a Solitem. It's like, you want to come?
Sure.
All right, I'm picking him up. I have a 23 strength, and we're heading over behind the building, and I'm letting him off behind the building over here.
All right. So, Ari.
I'm going to ask the new Paladin team member if they want to follow me behind the building with a Selatim and Twinkles.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Okay, so my boots are still active, so I have double movement. So it would still be 30 feet while I'm dragging Vermite.
See you, Zagarian.
He said I can't drag him. I'm not big enough.
And this is ditching number 3.
And then Cube, just grab your token and bring it next to me. Yeah, there you go.
The ray guns are not missiles, but they are ranged attacks. So I believe in terms of deflect arrows, you can at least reduce the damage from them in that respect. I think the only difference is you can't like catch one and throw it back.
All right.
And actually, now that I'm thinking of it, that's incorrect too, because we looked that up, and yeah, at sufficient levels, assuming that you're able to reduce the damage entirely from such, then yeah, they can be caught and thrown back because the monk is got the natural magical resistance and damage output.
Well, that's good to know because I've got that ability.
Heck yeah!
Oh, that's a big change from a long time ago where it's like I couldn't even deflect bullets.
That was part of the discussion back then. Like, we had a large to-do about that. And yeah, I think people were posting articles and stuff, and that was back when Dylan was playing with us. Okay.
I'm good to see things have evolved since then.
For sure, for sure.
So I wanted to use my bonus action to use the Bardic Inspiration for Tuki and then hold my attack action until Tuki ends his turn.
Alrighty.
So that's a D8 for Tuki.
Is there a range and a sight thing on it?
It's if they can hear, and I believe the link is still active.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, technically it would be.
Yeah, because we went over that last time with Irasavis flying around outside, and
Sorry, you can't hear us.
Exactly. All right, so we've got a lot of stormtroopers here in full pursuit, but yeah, I don't know. We're still possibly close enough. 10, 20, 30? Oh, definitely.
Are there more bar patrons for them to kill?
Oh, there's some. But the bar patrons also aren't fighting back. So that does dictate some of the... There we go.
Hey, at this point, we're not fighting back either, so...
Well, there's also to take into consideration that the bar patrons never fought at all.
Oh, technicalities.
Did they not want to protect the beer fairy?
The beer fairies. That was like 2 months
We
ago.
saw
in game.
all these troopers. Yeah.
2 months ago, we forgotten
They
all
saw
about that.
all these troopers killing the beer fairy.
Did we though? The beer fairy was always up on the roof.
Yeah, I was on the roof.
Dirtless
most of
was
the
also a beer
thing.
fairy.
Oh, that's
Dirtless was
right. That's
also-
right. That's right. That's right.
Remember?
Drunk
Oh,
guy
even
healed
with
with that weird
sundress.
potion.
Appreciate
What happened to that drunk guy I healed with that weird potion? Shouldn't he be helping me out? I did him some fucking favors.
Come in here, as the colonel.
Oh crap! He's drunk again already.
Shit on the colonel.
What a
I thought I
lightweight.
healed his alcoholism with that weird great potion.
Cure forever. Are you drink again? Drink.
It's been like 3 minutes.
Drink like 9 beer in 3 minutes.
I'm offended and upset.
Hey, you know my second favorite phrase outside of long rest, right?
What's the CR of this creature?
I hope we get a level out of this.
Oh gosh. Okay, well, I think I've got 3 attacks here at normal range, so we're gonna take advantage of that. We're gonna spread the love. It's gonna be a bit of a cover for Theron, as you've got the cover of these dumpsters right here against this guy shooting at you. Otherwise, this one here taking a shot pretty much straight across at Ari, and this one in the back taking a shot at Vermite. 1 apiece in that order. Coming up right about on Theron, I've got, well, your dumpster cover bonus is going to make that a miss. Next shot is on Ari. I don't think anything would make that a miss.
Disadvantage, quick displacement.
Well, that would make that a miss. And the final shot is a natural 1, which is another miss.
He shot his friend.
Ammo clip has been expended. I think I'm going to have to start adding permanent advantage to things at this level to counter the always disadvantage, because this sucks! Okay, that's
And
it
no.
for
In
the
true
ones in white.
Stormtrooper fashion, he shot a window straight above you.
And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them who are going to turn their weapons on Zygarian, who is conveniently left behind. One, 2. First shot is a delivery for 20 fire. 25 to hit for 20. Next shot is a definite miss. Third shot is a miss.
Yeah, 20 is a miss.
Fourth shot, also a miss. Fifth shot. Oh dear goodness, a natural 20 again. That's gonna drop you to 0. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots. Yep. And there are 6 of them. And it's pretty much irrelevant at this point. We do have advantage. Yeah, they can't penetrate your scales to force you to roll a con save versus stun, but again, you're unconscious, so why are they trying to fucking stun you? But yeah, they do level a barrage of on Zygarian over here and render him unconscious. As Asilatem's turn comes up way the F over here.
Sorry, his moving kind of changed things a little. How tall is whatever the building or fence? Is it just like fence thing around us, or is that a building?
That is
This
a.
structure.
Let me get a zoom in on that. All of this is kind of thrown together. Yeah, that is a building. It's a 2-story,
Okay.
cheap apartment
Okay,
building.
so all right, definitely can't see over them.
Correct.
Or over it. Ugh. Be bad for him. So Garion's body is in the way of a lot of things.
My gosh, that's perhaps one of the more callous statements I've heard. Dude, would you mind picking your corpse up so I can fucking do some
Like-
shit here?
Don't pass out in the AoE zone, man. Come on.
Oh, you need that special
Well,
targeting.
it's not like I was being left with very many options now, was I?
I could use my turn and get him out of the way.
Yeah,
Might
very
be
true.
worth
I move right there. If I move right here, would I see Star?
If you're moving right there, yeah, you can see his giant chrome dome sticking up over the top of the building.
Alright. And we'll just go ahead and launch another star at him.
Oh, you mother! All right, well that's gonna trigger his ready, but of course your stars will affect
Twin.
first.
A little bit better than before.
Ow! Fucking hell! Just got those hit points back. All right, you! As he turns and just gotta get my bonus energy here while I'm assaulting Westy. There we go. Only 1 hour left before it expires. Boom! 18?
Shield.
Miss. 23.
That'll hit. Well, yeah, 23 would hit. So
All right.
34.
Back to lightning.
That goes down. And actually, we'll do this real quick. Take my 3 hit points at the start of the turn. 134, so that goes down to 32. Ow.
Third shot. Brow.
24. And
Ow.
I'm down.
All right. And a fourth shot, just for good measure. Drop 1 down on the death save tracker. He watches your smoldering corpse there through the holograms provided by the club across the way. And he shouts out to the rest of you who were just over here a few moments ago, but have since run over to here outside of his line of sight. Come on! I'm not done playing yet! And we're gonna pass it over to Tuki Tuki.
Okay, I
Blast
want
him.
to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold-
It's still we still got the rest of Westy's turn, but
Oh, right.
I don't know what state you're in to do anything.
Yeah, I mean that was action, some movement, so really, and a reaction. So don't think I can take my bonus action at this point.
Yeah, and because it's still your turn, I don't think that would trigger the death save this quickly. I think we have to at least get to your next turn.
Correct. Yeah, I
I've seen
believe
the
you
death
do death
save
save.
hit pretty
You do it
quickly.
at the start of the turn. Yeah.
Correct, yeah. Like, I've seen it pretty bad. Like, your turn will be, for example, you've got a 12 on the initiative, so you're about to be after Kai
Mhm.
here in 5 minutes, and then I blast you between Tuki Tuki and Kai's turn. And then 5 seconds later, you gotta roll your first death save. Like, I've seen it that stupid
Yeah.
before, but not while it's actually on your turn. So, yeah, Tuki, that's gonna pass it over to you. Vroom, vroom, vroom!
And I did hold my turn until after Chuki.
Yeah. Do I see a way to like be able to fire at the Colonel?
That's gonna be another survival check. Let's see how you can figure out the weapons on this thing.
And you do have that D8 if you need it.
Oh shit! Only he had an inspiration, but yeah.
I'll give him my inspiration.
All right, you're the meaning of life.
All right, so that's a 19.
So, well, he gave you the inspiration, so that's gonna be a 33.
33.
Well, it's a good news, bad news situation. You are positive you can now activate this thing as well as anybody without proficiency in advanced land vehicles could. The bad news is because the cannon is on a swivel and the Colonel ascended to a top story, he's kind of out of range. You could shoot the building, maybe try to knock him off of it or damage him in the process, but you don't know if it matters to you who else might be in the building.
Right. Is that a building or a parking garage?
It is a building. There is a parking structure on this side of it, just below him, though. But this side of it here does have a couple of small businesses, storefronts right here.
Well, I mean, they started the property damage, so... Yeah, I'm just gonna fire kind of like at that corner, hoping to like knock inside of the building over, you know, maybe hit the troopers behind it. At the very least, hopefully not Colonel Starro.
Okay. Well, let me make a quick adjustment here. Alright, I built an attack block for you on your character sheet there, Dom. Should be the bottommost one. Go ahead and give that a click and let's see what we got. A 19 on the attack die for the very first attack. Oof! That guy's dead. That guy is very hurt. This guy is more hurt. This guy's thanking his lucky stars he's just outside the AoE. And the Colonel, while not caught inside the AoE because of his position up top, is going to take some potential building crumbling effects here as, yeah, that section of the building is coming down. And that'll basically reposition him over here. He is no longer in line of sight to anybody over in this section, as that building he was standing on is now a ruined heap, at least on that side of the building itself. And anything with your move now, which now that you're inside the vehicle will count as the vehicle's move.
So like he,
Run him over.
yeah, I was gonna say, can I run? Can I like run into him?
Fucking A, you can.
Awesome. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking the vehicle and running them right into the whatever is left of that building.
Okay. Roll an intelligence. Well, no. Roll another survival check. Vehicle's mostly intelligence based, but you've been kind of making your way through here off your wits. Survival check of 12, decent enough. And yeah, you should be able to move that monstrosity right over there onto Colonel's ass. Wedge him into the ruined structure there. Yep. Not the most efficient drive in. He's not restrained, incapacitated, or anything, but he's going to take some additional damage. Let's make it 5d6. Oh! Alright, got it.
Ugh. Like you said, it wasn't the most efficient of driving.
For sure. Yeah, that damage could have put him a lot further down. He's already lost a lot of what he got back. But that's going to take us way over here where, I don't know, combat? What combat?
I was holding him up until the cookie was done.
Oh, yes, you're going right after that, which I'm assuming that's reliant on the telepathic link because you do have to see such things.
Alright. So what do I need to roll to get in here?
Oh, 1 second. I forgot that Amber has a held turn for this moment.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm still running a little slow, sorry guys.
Alright. More excuses for puff breaks for the GM.
Can I add a D6? See me the damage for that with the hero points?
That just works for D20 rolls, not for damage rolls. Looks like 4 of them are in the effect. Let's see. Ah! I think every one of them made the save, so half damage and no pushy. So
Okay.
damage on 4 of them.
And then can I do healing word as my bonus action on Zagarian? Is he close enough?
I'm not sure. What's the range on that?
See?
Alrighty. Bit of restoration over there.
It's not much, but he's conscious.
Right? At least I might be able to take half a step before I go down again.
And anything else there?
Can I take a step back without an attack of opportunity from the guy in front of me?
Not this time, because they have not taken their movement this turn.
Okay, I'll end my turn then.
Okay. Actually, no, they did take their move, so yeah, go right ahead. And that will pass it over to Kai. And to answer that question, I would say... That's a little tricky. Yeah, let's switch it over to survival and see if your natural instincts are with you and can help you hack into this APC.
Alrighty, here we go.
16, good enough. You do find the entry access for the side door, so you're able to at least move inside the vehicle.
She found that last time. She did
What's that?
perception last. She did perception last time.
Correct. So
To
she
find the
was
door?
able to
Okay.
see the hatch there. Now she got survival to
Gotcha.
open it up, and we'll be looking at one more survival here to see if you can get this beast a rolling.
That's pretty good, right?
Not bad at all. Well, you should be able to move that thing slowly into the field of play here, as you now have control over that massive tank token. It did take your turn to get into the thing and activate it, so yeah, basically any movement left is just moving this thing closer into this continuing just flustercuck would be a nice way of putting
That works. Makes it a little bit easier.
that. And for Vermite, that's over to your turn.
If you want to still go grab him like we talked about, you can, but he is conscious now, so there's that.
Yeah, I don't know if my I don't know if my necrotic shroud like counts if I move towards them or if it's like when I activate it.
That part of it is the instant you transform as far as the frightened effect. But the rest of it, the second paragraph there, applies during the entire minute, so you're always going to get that bonus damage.
It's free to draw, right? And then it takes an action to put away a weapon.
You can also freely stow or draw a weapon as part of your action each turn. So if you freely stow a weapon, it would then take an action to draw a different one.
So if I haven't drawn yet, it's just like it's not taking up my whole action, right?
Correct. If you haven't drawn anything yet, then yeah, it works in reverse. You can freely draw a weapon if you've got a free hand to do so.
Okay, and then does that include my shield?
It sure does.
Okay. So I guess to start, I'm gonna go ahead and draw my longsword and shield.
Alrighty.
So it takes me 30 feet to get to him. Okay, so there's movement, and then is it a bonus action to give him my potion?
Correct. Any of the potions of healing are a bonus action to take for yourself or to give to somebody else. That's a role-playing unlimited house rule. Oops. Little on-screen technical adjustment right here. There we go. This looks a little better like that, I think.
How do I roll for that to give him? Do I just click the...
For healing potions, you have to kind of do it a little bit manually, so it would be, for the greater healing potion, roll 4d4 plus 4.
Yay, now I can take a whole step without dying.
Fine, now we're in the middle of it. 1 second.
Star got a 1 on the initiative. Yes, he did.
I was gonna modify it before the end of the night. Or
but you guys are
whatever
planning
notice,
on
but-
keeping him alive for the next session.
I mean, I hope he's not, but at the rate of him healing,
Yeah, he's already pumped out 4.
I'm gonna hit this guy. Like right in
Hey,
front
I
of
think
me.
I'm probably one of the only people that doesn't want him dead right now.
I think you are.
Yeah, because out of all of us, I'm the one who can hand out the heals, and I honestly kind of enjoy having that job.
Go right ahead there, Cube. This one right here?
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we might have a character sheet malfunction. Take a quick look-see. There we go, works a little better. Try clicking that longsword button on the very top of your attacks. Right there, let's see what we get. With you rolling the dice. Much better.
Okay.
And do you have the extra attack or just a single attack?
I'm pretty sure I get it at level 5. 1 second.
I think so.
Yeah, we went over it earlier. She could take.
And one Roll20 shortcut, so you don't have to open up your character sheet again if you've already closed it, is you can just up arrow in the chat log and hit enter, and it will redo the last thing that you typed in there or rolled or whatever the case may be.
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
Sure. In the chat log, if you just click in there and hit the up arrow and then hit enter, it'll redo the last thing that you rolled or typed. So if you're spamming the same attack multiple times, like extra attack, exactly, it's just a handy little shortcut. Another strike, another delivery of damage, another trooper that may not go home this evening. And anything else for your turn there?
I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay. And, sir, all the way off the board, Durlus, what you got?
Nothing fancy. Just gonna grab a healing potion from my bag, drink it, and I guess look around while I'm running to see if there's anything I can throw in the path behind us to trip them up or stuff, slow them down.
About another 20 feet north off of the map, there are some more dumpsters like these that you could roll into position. It's only about another 15 feet beyond that, though, that you're kind of looking at a reverse mirror image of this map where you're about to come back out onto another major street like this one. Nice.
Yeah, I got plenty of speed. I'll roll the dumpsters out in the way.
Okay.
Is that gonna be a strength check or just do it?
Oh, just do it. Yeah.
Alright.
Easy peasy.
And that'll be it.
Okay. Zagarian, that's over to you.
Yep, I'm just gonna move over here a little bit. And then that whole column of troops straight to my left is getting a breath attack.
Alrighty. Five of them in a row. Without knowing exactly what your DC is, I'm inclined to say 3 yes, 2 no.
I had to do the math myself. It's a dexterity save of 14.
Oh, wow. Okay, then. So 4 of them made it, and 2 of them failed.
And they take the ones that pass take half damage.
Cool, cool. Go ahead and roll your damage up. Proceed with your turn while I'm knocking out some damage here.
Yeah, I'm moving up to there and the rest of my... Whoa! That was weird. Yeah, I'm just moving up there with the rest of my turn and using a healing word right quick on myself, and then I'm done.
Alright. right. Pass that over to Yortli.
All right, he is just going to move over here because he sees that's the way I'm going. So he's going to try to follow me. 30, 35.
Don't forget your regain capability.
What's that?
Aren't you tier 3?
Yeah, your regeneration every round you get 3 hit points. You're tier 3.
Oh, Yordle does?
Oh, sorry, it's Yordle's turn, not yours. My bad.
Correct. Yeah, on your turn you get it. But
My
Yordle's,
bad.
Yordle's one of your
Wait.
characters too, so he gets that aspect of it. He just doesn't get an epic feat yet.
You didn't take the 3 regain last time either.
No, I did not. I will take it. But I was holding my turn. So Yordle's done moving. I'm going to. It looks like the person who was down is up and moving, so I'm going to move to follow him, and I will see that Acetaminophen is down, so I will go give him a greater healing potion.
Okay.
Are you going to roll that, or do you want me to? There. 2.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice.
And I'll catch him up on what just happened, because apparently there was a big crash and the leader is no longer up there anymore.
Very well. Good.
Well, okay. Kicking off another round here as the Colonel digs himself out of the rubble, shouting, "You idiot! What the hell?" And probably realizing halfway through his anger that this isn't one of his troops who has commandeered control of the vehicle, especially after catching in the peripheral scans another one approaching, which should not be happening. Well, shit. That's not the plan. I think we're just gonna move 40 feet back into the pub once again, through the hole I've already made in the wall. Fuck it, we're gonna have to trigger number 5. Another restoration. Colonel's got a nice line of fire here on both of you, notwithstanding the troops in between you, so you'll each have a nice +2 bonus to your AC against the attacks that are incoming. First 2 shots are on Ari.
Disadvantage, but it really helps.
Exactly. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Drop her. And next 2 on Zygarian, we got a miss, but then another hit that, yep. There he goes again.
Well, wait, is it fire or lightning?
Oh, yep, this time would be lightning. Last time was fire. So 16 lightning, leaving you with 10 hit points. That's going to be it for the Colonel. Pass it back over to Theron.
Well, I don't think we're faring very well at all. I think we still plan to hightail it out of here. So I will move to make sure everybody's okay. Back to here.
Oh, now she's down.
Yep, and I use another Grady healer post. Who's down? She's down, right?
Yep.
So I will use another Grady. How did I get way up there?
I have no idea. I thought you were intentionally running up there.
Nope, right there. I was gonna just, and then I will pick her up and haul back this way, so she's out of the line of fire.
Okay.
We'll stop right here.
Well, what you thinking there, Twinkleberry?
Well, I'm still in the air. I'm gonna fly over this way a little bit. I can see him through that doorway over there. Isn't it about time we stop? Every second that we waste is a second more that your daughter is in danger. Don't care about us. We don't care about you, but we want to save her.
It's unlikely he hears you over all the blaster fire going on, which is probably just as well.
But, you know,
that's
it's
not
the
gonna
nature of my character,
right? It's not gonna consume
it's
your action
principle,
as you're
Daniel.
in the midst of starting to try to reason with him again, and you just realize with all the fire going back and forth and people running to and fro, like there's no way he hears you.
All right. Well, from here, I'm going to unleash my Eldritch Blasts. I'm probably
Okay.
not going to hit because I'm not as accurate as I could be, but
Okay.
We all just ants up on a hill.
definitely wouldn't get sneak on any of those.
Oh, for sure. Third attack will land for a little bit.
Till we get off.
Damn. I have to bump this armor up to a 30.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my turn to back over here to hide.
Oh boy. All right. Ari, back over to you.
I'm running out of options here. I'm burning spell slot.
That rain, she's coming. I was born to learn how to hold the line, and I was born to march from the beginning to the end of my life. And I learned
My boots are still active. If I use all three of my actions, my attack, my action, my movement, and my bonus action, can I run out, grab cube, and run back to the alley?
You can.
That'd be 180 if I'm doing the math right. Because 30 doubled is 60, and then 3, that's 180, right?
Correct.
But it'd be 90 because I'm grabbing her.
Right. Yeah, more than enough.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna grab Vermite and bring her into the alley out of the line of fire.
Okay. All of a sudden, Kai delivers 2 points of damage to everyone!
Sorry about that. That was a whoops.
How dare you? Oh, Vermite and I are both trying to move her token at the exact same time. There we go.
That'll be my turn.
Alright.
Which leaves Zygerian out in the open again.
Sorry, man.
You say that like I'm not used to it at this point.
Well, I mean, it's not gonna be the last time, so good luck.
Oh, goodness gracious.
That rain, that rain, that rain, that rain, she's coming.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Oh, there's 3 of them over there. That should be enough to take out a Seal Attempt. You're right. I think we're gonna have 1, 2. Oh, really just 1 who has the movement to go chasing after Durlus. Hey, you! Get back here! Arrgh! I've never seen a wizard so callously leave his familiar behind, like this poor raven.
Right.
Has been
He's
just...
trying to distract them. He's not doing a very good job.
Just stuck there.
No, the Raven's just flying around trying to drop shiny things on them as a distraction, and it's not working.
Okie dokie. So 1 stormtrooper running off after Durlus. 1 of them not in position to achieve anything at this point. 7 of them that can feasibly attack multiple targets. 3 of them that can only attack a seal attempt. So we're going to start with the onlys first. Alright, a seal attempt. That is a miss. Another miss and a hit.
I would shield on the. Well, actually, I wouldn't need to shield on the second one, but I would
Right.
anyways. I'd shield.
Okay.
So I get 2. So then the last one would still be disadvantaged, but it doesn't matter. So it takes 2 from there, and then I go back to 0.
I think we got him, sir. Okay, and the 3 southernmost troopers here and here probably won't be necessary, but they're going to focus fire on Zygerian.
I thought Cube killed one of those.
Cube did not kill any of them, but this one right here has taken... I don't know if it was that one or this one that she was slicing at. Well, one of them, we can see their hit point bar is a bit lower. The only one that's gotten killed is the one that got blown up from the tank blast. And then this one, a bit south of that, is obviously in a bit more perilous state. Okay, so blast on Zygerian, a miss, another miss. Holy shit, they all missed!
Haha, stupid stormtroopers.
Gotta love when the dice work out for you like that. Otherwise,
All I'm gonna say is if they had phasers, they might have hit something.
and then the other 3, we're going to divide these attacks equally between Ari, Vermite, and the floating Twinkleberry there. So first shot.
I would
on
like to use the
Ari.
innocent-looking target option.
Oh, so we get advantage. Nice.
No. Just no damage.
Looks like another shot on Ari for 23 fire.
Disadvantage.
14 to hit, I think still hits.
Yeah, but still. I don't have any cover from the dumpsters to get like an extra point of AC.
Not from the one that is shooting you, unfortunately.
Ah, damn it. It was so close. My AC is 13. I had to have it.
Exactly. The next shot is on Vermite to hit a 20. I think that's a miss. AC 21. Alright, so third and final shot here is on Twinkle Toes 18?
Yeah, that'll hit. I have a 17.
Oh! For, hey, only 15 fire. Not too bad.
I'm down again, by the way.
Right, Ari just gets dropped as much as Zygarian is in this combat. Teletem's now joining the ranks of that as well. Okay, so that's all 3 of them, all 3 of
You said it was
them.
fire. I might have resistance for fire.
You have a fire resistance?
I think so. I gotta double check.
Yeah, if you do, that would certainly help and potentially keep you maybe with a hit point or 2. That's going to be it for the Stormtroopers, though, as we proceed with the Purge.
You know what? I'm going to use my uncanny dodge to take half damage on that.
Gotcha.
Because I don't see too many other attacks coming around the corner there. So.
Well, the surviving Purge Troopers here are going to get the F away from that tank. Because screw that noise.
So I have 4 hit points.
Hey, alright. It's almost as many as Durlus had after he did the meteor strike. Death from above, motherfuckers!
Oh man, an OE in this area would be just amazing.
Again, Zargarian is just in the way all the time.
Hey, it's not my fault you keep ditching me.
Well, nobody can lift you up, according to you.
We all just have to hold our initiative until after
Well,
he
I don't know.
goes, so that he's
I
the
don't-
first one out.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Can you lift 350 freaking pounds?
I have a
Several
20
people can. Yeah, several people can.
Yes.
Okay, because the only one I said that about was Ari, because she's a little tiny tiefling and helmet.
I can drag Durless. I can drag you.
I'm a tiny fairy.
Alright, well, this time it is. Goodness. I don't even know where to start here. We're going to take the first shot. This is just going to be completely random. Die 5.
Everybody shoot the colonel.
Die 2 on that is an attack on Vermite from this one right here. And that is another successful strike for 21 lightning. And the next one in line is going to shoot also random 3 potential targets. Ari is the lucky recipient. A hit on either side for 18 lightning.
Now I'm dead.
Now she's dropped. Once again. And I don't think any of if the other purge troopers haven't lined down that alley or onto Selatim, so shortest straw has been drawn for Zygarian once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots coming at you, but your AC is up by 5 because of how freaking congested it is here, and these guys are all shooting through each other to try to take you out. So I think their target is a, what, 25 AC or 26?
26. It's 26.
With a +5 advantage, it would be 26.
All right then. So let's see what kind of luck. 7 shots coming up. 1. Nope. 2. Nope. 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 5, 6, 7. Not a single fucking shot lands again. You just got shot 10 times this round.
You know
with
what?
10 hit points left.
I'm telling you, they need to ditch those stupid blasters and get phasers.
Wow, yeah, they've now compacted the area a bit too much for these blasters to really be useful, especially considering they're trying to hit one target, as big as it may be in all of this. So, reviving with 3 hit points and getting your full turn, go right ahead.
Can I peek around the corner without moving, just so that I can look down down this way?
You sure can.
All right. So as to not hit Zargarian, but hit literally almost everyone else.
How do you know where Zygarian is, though?
Hit him anyway. Apparently he's unhittable. Go for it.
We're gonna go ahead and do this.
Don't you jinx me, damn it.
That's gonna be placed right here.
Okay.
It's a 20-foot radius. So obviously
Save.
nobody's over this way, but it's
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 dudes.
including Star.
Oh shit, 15 dudes, and then Star. Of course, you have no idea Star's even in there right now.
Well,
Happy accident. Alright, strength saves. Here we go. Polluting the chat log with a bunch of...
Pass.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Look at those double natural ones. Okay, so what's the damage here? And then, of course, I'll get Colonel up after that.
2d6 bludgeoning damage. And everything in this area is difficult terrain.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you choose whether I can do this, because it doesn't say I have to see anyone or anything. I can just choose. Can I choose to make the lightning as a bonus action hit Star?
Sure.
Okay. Then
And you get advantage because it's in the sphere.
Yep. And so that's just spell attack.
So let's see. What's the Okay, DC is 18. Looks like we got 5 fails. I'm just gonna take the 5 fails off the 5 lowest hit point totals here for ease on myself.
I forget, does 22 hit?
It does not. 25 is
Dang.
the target.
Then it yeah, target hits. Yeah, so it does nothing to him then. And difficult terrain, and they have disadvantage on perception checks. Maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
So, oops.
Oh shit, forgot all about these fucking idiots. Alright, well I guess I'm not taking all of them off the lowest ones. Alright, well I got 5 for full, everybody else took half. Okay, not too much damage there. Tuki Tuki, if Westy is done, you can go ahead and start getting your
Yep.
turn. Go in there while I
done.
keep subtracting this wall of hit points.
Would you say I have line of sight on the Colonel?
You do.
I was gonna say the wall's gone, I believe. So
Oh, damn it.
Tuki Tuki, if you're thinking what I think you're thinking, all I have to say is blast his ass.
I think I am thinking what you think I think you're thinking.
I think.
Does anyone have an inspiration for him?
I have one left.
We'll,
Apparently,
we'll
I
provide
have
the
one.
inspiration. Okay, do you want to provide it? I mean, I'll provide it otherwise.
I mean, I just got one. I can do it if nobody else wants to.
I'll just burn it.
Okay, well that's gonna be a hit for 42 effing explosive. Ow! It's like when the
How many
tank shell.
attacks does the tank get?
It's like when the tank shell hits Iron Man's armor. Like there's just a loud pink, and then, and Colonel is still got hit points left after that, and so does the guy next to him inexplicably. Although about half of what he had just a second ago after taking 42. Ow!
Come on, Kai, finish him off.
All right. So I have line of sight, right?
You sure do.
Blow him up.
Oh, let me, I gotta create one of those attack blocks on your character sheet now. Since you've got full systems access.
So the other question I have is if I add ensnaring strike to it, can I do that?
Interesting. I'm not, oh, 1 second, I'm on the, section here tinkering around. Inspiration stacks to 4, correct. You get one every week, even if you're not in a session. You get them every week that you're subscribed, not every week that you play. Okay, so we've got the attack block set there. Go ahead and take that, and then let's see if Ensnaring Strike will be a possible addition here as well. Or do you need to cast Ensnaring Strike first before the attack? I'm not positive on the spell specifics. Correct. The stacking inspiration only comes with tier 3 subs, and then tier 2 subs get an inspiration each week, but they have to use it every session. And then tier 1 subs get the guaranteed seats. So each tier gets the benefits of the one before it in addition to something new. Bonus action, next time you hit a creature. So yeah, you would need to cast that first with a weapon attack. This is a weapon attack. Yes, yes. Oh, fucking A. Hell yeah, let's do it. So yes, the spell has been cast. We don't need to worry about rolling the saving throw, though, until you roll the attack, because the vines don't appear until you make the attack. And you have to hit. Oh, baby! Well, shit.
I think Star might have a problem.
What if I only have 43 hit points? Like, exactly.
Nice.
character sheet.
I can hear Matthew Mercer's voice in my head saying, "How do you want to do this?"
There would be the additional damage as well from the spell, so.
Okay. This. Alright, let me check the other one. Constitution of 5 plus the damage taken. There's no chance that that's ever going to happen. How about this? That doesn't help. I think it's gotta be... It's gotta be this right here. When you're reduced to 0 hit points, can use a second wind as a reaction, provided you have uses of second wind remaining. Haven't used any yet. And I do have my reaction still available. Uncanny Fortitude would never work because it would be a DC of 48 to make that happen, so no thank you. Okay, so second wind, we're looking at die 10 plus the fighter level. Alright, so he has 25 hit points. Ouch. And anything with your movement, Kai? Are you going to keep the tank pointed right there inside the building?
You know, if you take out that one structure wall over here, there may not be enough to support the ceiling.
Oh, and just in case we're curious, we have definitely killed some innocent bar patrons here.
Oh yeah, 100% randos are dying. Yeah.
Ari gives 0 shits.
I mean,
But in our defense, we weren't the ones who first did it.
For sure, not that the stormtroopers and purge troopers were not also systematically killing anything in their line of sight, but just so we're clear, we have also joined in the onslaught.
There's also randos in these buildings that died too. So.
Yep, people minding their own business, looking out the windows, like, what's going on down there? Oh god!
So if Kai were to take out this leftmost wall, would the ceiling cave in on them?
What's that?
If Kai were to use the tank to take out this leftmost wall, would the ceiling cave in on the 2 in the building and then whatever bar patrons are not dead yet?
It's quite possible. There's not much structure of this building to speak of anymore.
It's worth a shot in my opinion. It's up to Kai ultimately, but...
Also up to probably next session. Driving the tank into the building is certainly an option, considering she does have a move action remaining, but her attack action we used here for this. Extra attack does not apply to the tank attacks, if that was not already obvious.
So does the ensnaring strike not count after the second wind because he was dead and then he came back?
Oh, wait a minute, because no, you did hit, so yeah, let's take care of that. I need to roll a strength save. Alrighty. And of course he has advantage on almost all of his saves, so we're looking at a 31, so... Yeah... He's not restrained. Alright, larger creature. Yep, he would have advantage, double advantage if such a thing existed. Not restrained. On a success, the target is freed. Yep. Okay, so it looks like he's okay in that respect. So you used your bonus action for that, your attack action for the kablooey, and then a move action there. Thank you there, French.
Why not?
Just gonna roll. Oh dear God! All right, roll your survival check again. Let's see how well of a drive we have here. Hey, a little bit better than when Tuki tried to run the Colonel down. And shit, between Monday and Tuesday, crew, we just are developing a nice habit of burying certain sections of maps under walls and walls of rubble. First an Ultra Dracolich, and now a legendary military figure, and this guy.
And random civilians.
And all the random civilians in there who most assuredly will not survive this day. The bad news also from this is one of the treads of this APC has gotten torn in the rubble as it tears into the building. So while this attempt has certainly done its job, the vehicle is currently inoperable. Well, many of them ran out. Many of them were hiding under tables because there was such constant crossfire going on. They didn't dare risk getting up and running away. But that is Kai's turn, so we will pass it over to Vermite.
Any structure? Oh, he's down?
That whole section is just completely covered in rubble. Like, we don't really have any evidence of what's going on with the Colonel right now.
Ah, okay.
None of this is ideal, obviously. I think I'm gonna use my bonus action to give Ari a potion to
Very
start
nice.
with.
Get her back on her feet. Somehow, amidst the rubble of the bar, you can all still hear, drink over here.
I will
Barkeep?
run back and shank that guy.
Yes, the bartender. That guy survived somehow.
Ari's gonna launch his
Fully
dagger
drunk.
from here.
He survived off of the massive parasol sticking out of his margarita.
I'm gonna move 15 feet and then attack this guy with my sword.
Alrighty.
What level potion did you use? I'll go ahead and roll it while you're doing that.
Greater healing.
Successful strike, full damage. Oh, very cool there, Westy.
And then I
you got
have a second attack.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. Nice. Slowly but surely. I mean, this is an intimidating wall of foes, but we can see that we can hit them, we can damage them. It's all entirely possible. It's just, yeah,
Doesn't she
AoEs
have
are not
extra
working.
necrotic to that?
What's that?
Does she have her thing active, which allows her to do extra necrotic?
No, it's over after my last turn.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, we can certainly see we are capable of affecting these things. There's just a lot of them, and again, the way that they've been scattered and our party scattered, AoE has not been our friend, so certainly adding to the challenge rating here. But Durlus, easily a good 60 feet plus north of the map here. Another 20 feet beyond the dumpsters that you've just tipped over, and you're basically going to be on a map like this, but in reverse.
Do I know where the park is that we're investigating?
You have a general idea of where it is from here, yeah?
Alright, well, I got another 70 feet of movement if I dash, so I'm gonna head that direction, I guess.
All right. I'm just going to drop you out of the initiative here.
No
Unless
worries.
something prompts you to return, as you are now out pacing what's going on. Zygarian, over
There's
to
no
you.
range limit on the telepathy, is there?
No. this plane of existence.
Good.
Right, yeah, because we used it across the city to, yeah, so if you need
Right.
him, let him know.
Would I have blindness? Well, I'll let Zagarian go. Sorry.
Okay, well, first off, I'm gonna slash this dude right in front of me as soon as I can.
What the fuck is that? I mean, their AC is certainly better than that. Try again.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Have a hero point, don't you, from earlier?
You do, but hopefully you
Yes,
won't
I
need to
do,
use it.
but-
Maybe your second attack will play in
It's a
your favor.
hero, just reminding you.
That's more like it. And another one is down.
And then Zagarian's just gonna kind of book it over here, like out of sight around the corner of the building. And then
he
do a
wasn't
bonus.
twice
still
as
see
high
your
of the
feet.
doctors.
And then do a bonus action heal.
Very good. And our last initiative for the evening belongs to Yortley.
Go up because we have no idea what happened over here. So,
Also heading off the map then.
yep, unless something happened.
All right. Westy, you said you got the initiative tracked for us?
I do, yep. And I did modify stars to be correct. Would
Cool,
I
cool.
have, with the folks that are right here, we do have a theoretical line of sight. Would we see him go down?
Yeah, you would see the whole structure go down, and those of you who had a little glimpse of him through the doorway would have just seen him look up, throw his arms up, and then just buried under rubble.
Okay. So we have an idea that he's likely he's hurting and down. So
Right, at the very least, he's incapacitated, restrained. Like, maybe he's not dead. I mean, that's some powerful ass armor, but for the very least, right now,
Yeah.
he's out of action.
okay.
Maybe next time they'll remember to leave people in the tanks.
Hopefully he never has that chance.
Well, Westy, that's gonna pass you on to, Oh, 1 second. Still working through that cigarette hack there. Full 40 days later or so, it's gonna take a little while. My lungs are not the strongest. But, yeah, Westy, that's gonna activate a alternative option for hero points. So if somebody's willing to track these initiatives between sessions, as you've just done, that's worth a hero point. Can add that onto your character sheet. Likewise, as Patient has set the bar for doing, and others have taken to doing on other nights, I think Wild Bob did it for a couple sessions as well. Anybody that's chronicling the events of the evening, that is also worth a hero point. So feel free to post that up. I just do ask that we only have one person doing that. I don't need to see 9 different summaries of the same event. So in that respect, maybe discuss it amongst yourselves if you want to alternate that, or if you want to have a set one every week for the group. Whatever works out for you. But great job tonight, as always, as we got some more ass kicking done here on this map. Perhaps not what we were expecting, especially for new arrivals who just got dropped right into the field of fire, although that seems to have been the case for the last 3 sessions now. We've got people dropping in, people dropping out, and anybody who's getting dropped in is just instantly under fire because of the situation that we've got here. It is not pretty. But at long last, we seem to be exhausting the Colonel's final reserves. 5 supreme healing potions, one of his class abilities to do a reaction second wind when dropped to 0 hit points. We've disabled his armor, restrained him, incapacitated him, grappled him. It's taken a lot of frickin' beatdown, but we might finally have him up against the ropes. Only question is, what do we do next? While we're doing all this, something's going on with his daughter and these other captured Genasi. So I'm going to give you all a few moments here to say your farewells, discuss your impressions of the session here before we officially close it out.
You were awesome.
Go ahead.
All I'm gonna say is, if I keep getting ditched, I might start keeping some of these heals to myself.
You
How many
only
heals do you have? Holy crap.
you only healed yourself all session. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, because I had to. I kept dying.
That's all I saw too.
Run faster.
Yeah, why is the healer getting killed the whole time?
Because he's apparently a bad healer.
No, because I keep attracting the fire.
They
Because
missed
you're a bad healer.
11 times. I don't hear you attracting fire. They missed you 11 times.
It's been fun.
No.
I
I'm
gotta
still
get some
attracting
sleep.
the fire.
Adios.
Them missing
It's
me is not my fault. They should learn to aim better.
I thought it was a great night. Other than that nat 20 to start the night off with initiative.
Oh, I know.
Changing
terrible.
all of our plans. Like,
Yep.
yeah, we're gonna gang up on this guy. Nat 20 initiative, I blow through the wall. Like,
I had planned on using my lyre of mending to do move earth and just like pin him. But then he wouldn't move.
Yeah,
He was
Twinkle's
already
been able
pretty
to-
high up on the initiative order, though.
Every session he's been pretty high, either first
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
third, I think he was last session.
I think this is the highest initiative roll I've ever had. Like the 3 months I've been here, highest initiative roll I've ever had.
Westy's finally turning the corner with that
Yeah,
too
yeah.
after
It's
like
getting a
5
little
months.
yeah, I couldn't roll above a 2 to start with. So.
Yeah. Thankfully, we
Got
were
a
only
few plus
facing.
10s.
Yeah, thankfully we were just facing lower CR things back then.
Yeah.
Unless the
No.
Wednesday games you sat in for, where their first encounter was, here, have an adult dragon.
Yeah,
we're level
yeah.
1. What the F?
Oh yeah, and Twinkleberry has not been able to showcase his fighting skills yet because of everything going on. He's been playing more support and trying to get some sort of leadership going, and it's like, guys, we shouldn't kill him, and yet, I'm the only one that feels that way.
Yeah, we shouldn't kill him. We'll just drop a building on him.
I think the only
He might not
person.
be dead.
I think the only person this is an optimal situation for is the Colonel himself, because he's fucking loving this. Well, up until like the last 5 minutes. Because before that, he was just like having the time of his life. This is a great fight. Let's kick some ass. I got all the support I need. Yeah. Oh shit, the building. My own tanks are firing on me. Yeah, this is bad.
Essentially, what I wanted to do was pin him in the building. It just went differently.
Yeah, we took out the entire.
What happened?
Oh, nothing there. I think we were kind of talking at the same time, so I just backed off to clear a little space there.
I think Cube did an awesome job tonight for first session, definitely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Definitely not optimal for any of us, so. But
Hey, at least you handed out some damage.
Yeah, you lived. That's definitely something. I died like 3 times, dude.
Yeah, but I do recommend to stop taking damage because our healer doesn't heal. Okay, so.
Healer grumbles.
I spent the last 3 sessions healing.
No, you grumble and buy tea you never drink.
Hey, I will get that cup of tea, damn it.
Meanwhile, you've got Blaze on Monday night, and they find like the most elaborate, expensive tea known to the universe, and he just gobbles it up all by himself. Delicious.
You know what? Ari meant to lick things this week, and then she forgot.
Yeah.
Plan on Ari licking everything next session.
I do hope an opportunity presents itself. We'll see exactly what we're looking at. Next Monday time around, I did not know exactly what to expect for tonight, so had a couple different options prepared, but I was already saying before coming into this that of any of the options I've prepared, we're probably not going to need any of them, because who knows what's going to happen. It'll probably be something I have not prepared for, and yeah, continuing the combat as we are at this point. Unexpected. In any case, we will see what happens 2 weeks from now on Monday, and then of course 2 nights from now on Wednesday. The Open Table crew has gone full circle back to the ancient Thugnificent Dragon, who has trapped them all inside of his fiery dragon realm. And yeah, we've got, I think, the exact same party composition that we had last time around, except Poyoshi, who was playing Irasavis 2 weeks ago in this session, is now going back home to Wednesday nights and to join them in the middle of this catastrophe. We'll see exactly what happens on Wednesday night. And just remember, I come from downtown, born and ready for you. Born with skill and its frustration. And a bit of grace, too. Have a good night, all.
Night, everybody.
Take it easy, guys.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Rivers run dry, dust spreads in the air. 2 dark days, do you have a tear to spare? Make a promise, the world awaits. It's heavy just breathing through this debate. We'll start come on, start a riot. When they love you too much, now it's fame, fake, or even hate. Don't be scared when the weight paralyzes your state at the gate. It's a lot to take in, it's designed to know it, don't wait. Don't be scared when the weight paralyzes your state at the gate. To bruise